1969. It was a resident of Chalfant Hall studying the Old Testament Bible. Psalm 37:5 says, "Commit your ways to the Lord, trust also in him, and he will bring it all to pass." God has proven it all true. Olivet has been a part of my life for 69 years. My family moved to Olivet in 1956. I was 5 years old. My dad, Dr. Mel Sayes, taught at Olivet for 38 years. My mother, Mel Sayes, taught third grade for 30 years at Bourbonnais, and that's the way we used to pronounce it. Grade school. Each day as I lived at home, I remember my parents praying and reading the Bible for me and for others. My dad went to heaven on Christmas Day in 2003. 15 years later, just before my mother died, she raised her hand and said, "I'm feeling," as God called for her. I love and serve the Lord today because my parents loved me and prayed for me. That dedication continues. My wife Judy loves me and prays for me each day. My children, Jay and Josh, and Jay's wife, Cindy Rucker, share their prayers for me. Besides all of these people, I pray for my two granddaughters, Annalise and Ella. Can you wave to the folks there? I pray that God would bless them and lead them. And I also pray that you would attend Olivet Nazarene. Dr. Chalfant recently said, Olivet is a community, not just a university. It's true. When I moved here 69 years ago, the elder Dr. and Mrs. Parrott lived next door. Dr. and Mrs. Harlow Hopkins lived upstairs. President and Mrs. Reed lived across Main Street from me. Within a short time, we moved to Burke Street. Now it's a parking lot. But we were surrounded by such people as the Snowbarters, the Wards, the Larsons, and the Andersons. During that time, my babysitters were people such as Chuck Milhoff, who is a revivalist that we all have heard about, and Joanne Newman, who was a missionary to Africa for many, many years, and then George Gardner. I've got a training set. I've got the whole thing, the track and everything that he gave me probably 68 years ago. And it sits on the window ledge of my office. And your mother, Mrs. Gardner, I remember when she sang in a trio, and my dad traveled with that trio to place to place to place. And then there was Dwight and Betty McMurray. In 1960, we moved to 480 South Brazil. Across the street lived the Perrys. Down the street lived the Moores. Around the corner lived the Nashes and the Demons. In college, Professor Harvey Humble, my history professor, suggested that I go to law school to become an attorney. I did so, and have been a trial attorney for 48 years. This community we call Olivet has cared for me and taught me. These people of Olivet have continuously and consistently encouraged me to commit myself to God, to claim Him as Savior, to believe that He will lead me. And He has done so. Larry Watson was the team director when I was a teenager. And he suggested that I sing this solo. I don't know why, but the words had meant so much to my life. I would love to tell you what I think of Jesus, since I found in Him a friend so strong and true. I would tell you how He changed my life completely. He did something that no other friend could do. All my life was full of sin, where when Jesus found me, all my heart was full of misery and woe. Jesus placed His strong and loving arms around me, and He led me in the way I ought to go. Every day He comes to me with new assurance. More and more I understand His words of love, but I'll never know just why He came to save me, until someday I see His blessed face above. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as He. No one else could take the sin and darkness from